Hello everyone, my name is Olivia, and if you don't already know by now, I've been sharing my own stories on my blog. I'm writing a book currently called Stories About Love. You can go read the 9th chapter or the rest of it if you haven't seen it. It's linked in my bio, but I just wanted to read an open letter to SoulCycle because these stories entail a relationship that I had with a very widely known and loved SoulCycle instructor when I was pretty young. I'm only 24, just a couple weeks ago, so I was very young and naive, and what happened was not okay in any sense of the word. And so far, SoulCycle has just only reached out to me last week, telling me that they would like to schedule a call, which I'm not interested in. I don't want a call with them. I would like to see that they're actually doing something about this to ensure that this doesn't happen again. They have also reached out to friends, or responded to friends who have emailed them and said that they are, again, doing everything that they can, but he's still instructing, he still has his platform, and he still hasn't said anything about the situation. So I wanted to read the email that I will be sending them because honestly, I'm just pissed off. So sorry if I'm looking off to the side. I haven't memorized it or anything. So here we go. To the people at SoulCycle, my name is Olivia Atherton. I know that my stories that I've been sharing about my experiences with your senior instructor, Mike Press, have been circulating around SoulCycle HQ, and that as of today, September 25th, 2020, nothing has been done to change the system that led to this happening in the first place. In the case that you have already forgotten my stories, I will reiterate. I was sexually assaulted by Mike when I was just 21 years old, and he was 31. He then emotionally and verbally abused me for over 2 years, as well as sexually groomed me. I was harassed and stalked online during this time by people in his circle. This led to me eventually trying to take my own life, which, while that being totally my own decision, was a decision that I came to because I felt I could no longer endure the abuse he put me through. I feel incredibly lucky to be here still and to have this opportunity to use my voice and share my stories that will haunt me for the rest of my life. But the lack of accountability and action on SoulCycle's behalf has certainly made me lose my spirit at times. I understand that there is a mental discord between what I say and the way people view Mike Press. I understand that he can be funny, thoughtful, and charming, but as most victims know, abusers are often able to fly under the radar for years because of their ability to disarm others with this inherent charm. Mike has not yet publicly addressed the situation. I know that he believes that if he ignores it and keeps up his squeaky clean image, it will simply just go away. I know from experience that he is unwilling to take responsibility for his actions, and that his decision to ignore me is to perpetuate this idea that I'm a lying, crazy bitch, that I am nobody, and that he does not know me. I also know that he is that he is doing what he can to wipe his name and reputation clean online. My stories span over a period of 2 years, and they will continue on until I am finished. I will not be silenced by you, by Mike, or by anybody else. I have zero incentive to lie and have zero time to make up an entire book of falsehoods about one man. This is not a story of a woman scorned, but something much more sinister and, unfortunately, something that is all too common. I have been receiving regular messages from fans of Mike who want to refute my stories, who know him personally and want to remind me that their own experiences with him do not match up with mine. And that's the thing about abusers. They don't abuse everyone they come into contact with. However, I've also been contacted by others who have eerily similar experiences, ones that I haven't yet shared. I also know that at the time that I met him, I was particularly naive. I was very young. I was 20 years old. And I was really the perfect person for him to do this to. But Mike had over 10 years on me. He was the adult, and he knew what he was doing. So my experiences are my own. And while it's hard enough to relive my past by just writing about it, but to be asked to provide receipts for every tiny detail, to be told that I'm pretty, but not pretty enough to be sexually assaulted, and to have people constantly keeping tabs on me, waiting to be entertained by my own traumas, is a feeling that I would not wish upon anybody. I am not writing this for your entertainment, and I am not here for your entertainment. Can you imagine how disheartening it is to be subject to this treatment while you conveniently remain mute as a company, checking in on my social media when you deem necessary? I want to add, I'm not interested in any negotiations over the phone or really in person at all regarding the matter. I'm not interested in your money, and I don't want to be silenced further. I am asking you to take accountability. You cannot control the actions of the people you employ, but you can control whether or not you employ them and give them a platform that they conveniently use to prey on others. The longer you remain silent, the more you perpetuate rape culture, abuse, and the idea that the stories of survivors really don't mean a thing when the perpetrator is someone well known and loved. So, I would like to know, SoulCycle, what are you doing to stop this? Are you going to address it? And will anything be done? Will you contact me with actionable steps? Because so far, your PR team has done really nothing at all. And I guess that's all. You can find my email on my blog. All I ask is that if you're viewing this, you share it, you tag them. I owe it to my younger self and to everyone else who has experienced similar things. Do not just back down when the going gets tough. So, thank you for listening. Bye.